In 2013, the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, with support from the UNAIDS Country Office in Nigeria and the United Nations team on AIDS, conducted the first gender assessment of the HIV response and to ensure a sustained gender response in HIV and AIDS programming. A second gender assessment was conducted in 2021 with support from the UNAIDS and the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women. News Central's Bernard Akede witnessed the dissemination of this assessment report during a seminar.
In Nigeria, girls and women are disproportionately burdened by HIV. The most recent data available from UNAIDS, AIDS Info 2021, shows that HIV prevalence amongst adult women aged 15 to 49 years, 1.6%, is considerably higher than of men at 1%. Furthermore, in 2020, women accounted for 62% of new HIV infections amongst adults in the country, while more women than men are retained in HIV care and have higher viral suppression rates. In a bid to ensure a sustained gender response in HIV/AIDS programming, the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, with support from UNAIDS Country Office, UCO, in Nigeria, have decided to disseminate the reports of the gender-based assessment to the appropriate agencies.
Today, we are actually flagging off a bit on the early side. There is 2022 16 days activism to end violence against women from the perspective of HIV response. Actually, it's a global event of 16 days of activism, which starts from November 25th to December 10th.
There are various factors that have put women and girls in disadvantaged positions as far as response to HIV/AIDS in Nigeria is concerned, and the results from these reports will help address some of these factors.
And we are asking ourselves, how has the issue of women, the issue of men, the issue of boys, the issue of girls, how have they been impacted by the HIV and AIDS response? And particularly, we are now in a way doing a deep dive, looking at more specifically, issues that affect women and girls.
Women groups, people living with HIV/AIDS, as well as religious bodies, amongst others who were in attendance, explained how best they could use their platforms to bridge the gender gap in HIV/AIDS response.
Well, our major role as religious leaders is to ensure that we speak against stigmatization and tell our followers that nobody should be discriminated against based on their health status, and that we should accept everybody for whom they are and show care and support.
The dissemination event is to contribute to the 2022 16 days activism against gender-based violence, providing evidence for actions to various stakeholders, especially to end violence against women. Bernard Akede, reporting for News Central.